morning, everyone. I can think of no better way, at least for me, to kick off this high-level week than with all of you. So welcome. Some of you have already been doing things, but for me, this is the first meeting of this high-level week, and I couldn't be more pleased to be with friends and colleagues. Thank you. To all of you, since we last had a chance to meet back in June in Riyadh, we have continued working to build a more stable, secure, and integrated region, benefiting people in the Gulf, but also benefiting people around the world. At the G20, just a couple of weeks ago, President Biden and other leaders, including from Saudi Arabia and the UAE, announced a landmark agreement, rail, shipping, digital, and energy corridor that will stretch across the Indo-Pacific, the Middle East, and Europe. Through the Partnership for Global Infrastructure and Investment, we are facilitating greater trade and manufacturing, clean energy deployment, and high-speed rail and internet access, and in the process, strengthening food security, expanding opportunities for people in all concerned countries, and making our supply chains more secure. These efforts reflect our conviction that a more integrated Gulf and a more integrated Middle East can deliver genuinely transformational results for the region and for the world. That's why we all have a stake in addressing shared challenges and this powerful shared opportunity. UAE will be the host of COP28 in just a few months' time, a first for the Gulf. Through groups like the Negev Forum, we're working to strengthen everything from water security to health security and having a tangible impact on the lives of our people. Our countries are also working to address the leading threat to regional security, Iran. We're cooperating to deter Iran's aggression and destabilizing activities, including the threats posed by its nuclear program, and we're working to uphold freedom of navigation, such as through a multinational task force that is protecting ships in the Straits of Hormuz. The United States and the GCC remain committed to a two-state solution for Israelis and Palestinians, and we continue to urge both parties to refrain from any unilateral steps that undermine its prospects. We're also working with countries in the region to broaden and deepen the normalization of relations with Israel. In Yemen, the United States, along with Saudi Arabia and Oman, help forge and maintain a UN-led truce. We're transitioning to a Yemeni-led process to advance a durable peace while working to address significant shortfalls in critical humanitarian relief where Gulf countries can play a leading role. Meanwhile, last month, UN agencies and Gulf partners successfully offloaded oil from the Sofer tanker off the coast of Yemen, preventing a potentially catastrophic spill. And I commend all of those involved in getting that result. Finally, we believe we have to continue to press the Assad regime in Syria to make meaningful and enduring progress toward resolving the Syrian conflict and addressing the acute needs of the Syrian people. This is only, and very briefly, a fraction of our collective efforts to advance peace, security, and opportunity in the region and around the world. That also includes working on the conflict in Sudan and pushing for a just and durable peace in Ukraine, reflecting the principles at the heart of the United Nations Charter, which brings us together this week in New York. The United States has invested in our relationships with you and with your countries, and we're invested for the long term. We very much look forward to hearing from you today on how we can continue to build on our lasting partnerships. And I'd now like to invite my colleague from Oman to say a few words.